Welcome back to It's All Bad. I'm Keith.
I'm Reno.
What up? I'm Danny.
Malik.
We're really excited to have Malik here.
Yeah, what's
We've
up,
been
Malik?
trying to. What's up, Malik?
I love it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Oddly enough, so I see Malik earlier today at a thing that we do on the side, you know, and he's celebrating 6 years, the big 6.
That's right.
So much better.
Wow.
So much better.
Wow. So
Weird.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
No
how cool.
plans.
Yeah.
I didn't have plans when I stopped. I wasn't like, I gotta stop. No, I don't gotta stop. You know what I mean? They were like, please stop. I was like, fuck. You know? And my girl's roommate was like, I tell you what, either you jump in the shower, okay, and I'll come back in the room in an hour, right? Or I'm calling everyone I know from AA, and they'll all be at the house.
Damn.
And I'll just open the door and let them all in.
They
They all already know. I was like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean?
That was the last day.
And then, dude, and I got in the shower and started getting down in the shower, right?
shit.
You got it.
Yeah,
Right.
of
Like,
course.
I was like,
Anytime you're alone.
I was way on the other corner dodging the water. Like, fuck, I can't let that water touch me. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Fucking lame as fuck, bro.
It
But I went
is.
to the meeting high out of my mind.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And then they were like, every day we're coming over to get you, bro. We're coming over to get you early in the morning, like 6:30.
Fuck.
They were like, we're doing log cabin first before your head gets up. I was
Wow.
like, fuck, it's
That's that
over, bro.
unconditional love.
It was
you know?
horrible. I was fucking pissed at everybody that showed up at my house. I was like, you're so happy that I'm loaded right now. I don't know why I thought that, but they were like, nah, dude, it's a wrap, you know?
And it's fucked up when you see the city from those eyes at that time of the day, like day 2 and 3. You got hardly any sleep.
Oh.
Every song's just hitting you like a ton of bricks. You're like, heart hurts.
Oh.
You're like, oh, man.
All achy and shit.
Am I going to get through this?
It's
You know what I
just-
mean?
It's
rough.
horrible, bro. It's you know, it's so unnecessary. You know what I mean?
really.
It's so unnecessary. But you know, I didn't bring it up today, but the main speaker brought up the fourth column thing, and I know this is not that.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
it's fine.
Hey, but the deal is for me, like, there's a bunch of whack shit happening right now. There was whack shit happening before I was born. My whole entire life shit happened. And then I could tell you what happened. You'd be like, whoa, that's almost impossible to not get high over what you just said.
Yeah.
And the thing is until I get into the fourth column, I don't know that, like, all I got to do is do and not do what I got to do and not do. And everything can get worse and everything gets better at the same time because I'm doing things I need to do and not doing things I shouldn't do. And the rest of the world does weirder shit than they were doing anyway. That's not my business. But I was stuck on the truth of how fucked up this and that is.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
fuck all that. It don't matter.
Talks about that shit in, is it 86 or 88, where it's like, you know, the retired businessman lolling in the Florida sunshine,
Yeah.
complaining about the sad state of the nation.
Come on now.
You know, that's
Hey.
like 1937 he's talking about.
There's always
It's
going to
like
be
the same
something.
shit.
There's always going to be something,
Totally.
and I have to let that go.
For sure.
And I just got to stay in my own lane. You know, it's like, I don't know if anybody smokes cigarettes. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, like, when I drink Diet Coke and smoke cigarettes and eat junk food only, I feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And then when I like, oh, I'm going to eat some fresh fruit and I'm going to have some fresh juice and a spinach salad and work out, I feel a different way.
Yeah, yeah.
And and so doing what we do does what it does to me. I don't have to feel it. I don't have to believe it. I don't have to think it's going to work. You know, when we first come around, because you guys are all older like me, and that whole bullshit about, you know, you need to clean some ashtrays and mop the floor and sweep and shut up the stair. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with what I just told you is going on in my life, right? It has everything to do with what's going on in my life.
is.
But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't get, just do this. It'll do what it does. You don't have to believe it'll do what it does. You don't have to believe it, you know? And so that's the thing, you know? It's like guys go to fucking, you know, Afghanistan, or right now it's Ukraine or Vietnam. And they want you to go to boot camp so that your head can get right for what you're getting ready to deal with.
Yeah.
So, and then I want everybody to hold my hand and, you know, make me a fucking sweater and all this bullshit. And then it's like, yeah, but life's not going to be like that. So, like, I got to get down to the nitty gritty of how hard life is, so that when I go to deal with it, it's really not that hard.
Yeah.
But if I don't do that, it's hard to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if you focus on all this other external bullshit of what these people believe or what's coming across your feed on Instagram and all that kind of stuff, it just doesn't help. It's like, it starts with you, how you can make things. I mean, that's at least the basic principles of what we do, right? It's like, what are you contributing? What are you bringing to the equation?
Well, you want to get out of self, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what Malik's saying. It's like it's like, you know, when you're sitting there all glum and shit or depressed and some new guy calls and all of a sudden you're completely out of it.
Yeah.
You're completely out of it.
Yeah.
That's the repellent. That's like being in that zone, if there is a God. Like, I believe all of us are 100% useful giving hope to a hopeless person. Like, we are fucking 100% useful. If you're hopeless and I'm distracting you from it and giving you, it could work. Could. If I could give you the it could work feeling, no matter how much I know it's over for me and what's the point, the universe is like, not yet. You're still a fucking, you know, asset on this planet, because that guy is such a fucking idiot loser. And so he's going to look at you and be like, maybe if that fucking loser can do it, you know what I mean?
There was a lot of that going on when I met you, and I was talking about earlier in West Hollywood around the cabin and stuff. It's like you and the people that you kind of ran around with were like having fun in recovery, enjoying life without the use of drugs and alcohol, like being around other sober people. Like
They were like Danny.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's like super attractive. Keith, the same thing.
Come on now.
You know, it's
Come
like,
on.
you know, going to Monday night all the time and seeing you and Callie and Alexis and everybody just yucking it up and having a good time. That's attractive. You know,
100%.
It's fucking attractive.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to go eat at Swingers after the meeting, and
That
there was a girl that's like, I don't even think she's 25, and she was complaining that she's kind of suicidal because she broke up. Her and the guy's doing weird shit, texting her weird shit, whatever. And so the girl next to her that like just turned 30 was like, you need to fuck someone else, right? And then the girl sitting next to me, it was like, no, you don't. And I was like, you're both right. You're both right, because the thing is, meanwhile, the girl that said, no, you don't, like, I used to date her, right? And she's fucked all kinds of people to distract herself from blowing her fucking brains out. See, it's like, you already did it. And everybody that I followed, like the Carrie White or Aloma or Bridgem, like everybody they did the shopping, they did the smoking, the fucking, the eating, they did it all. Because the thing is you need to do every fucking thing there is other than use or drink, and then peel that onion of the other shit later. You don't fucking, I'm going to do it right and not get high or drink. It's like, no, you might need to shop and fuck. You might need to do that shit. You don't even have 6 months. Because the majority of people that stay here, they have to do all that shit for a minute.
For sure.
It's not, you know what I mean?
Hit Baskin Robbins at 10:45 on a Wednesday night.
Come on, you got to do the deal, man.
Baskin Robbins.
Until you're just sick as fuck. Like, what the fuck did I
there's
just
not
do?
another fucking banana split that's going to make me feel different.
Have you done it? Have you done different banana splits? Dude, that's my jam right there. Like, I won't eat anything bad, and then I need a burger from there and there and there, and then I could end up doing like 3 different burgers and fries from different places in one day after I'm not gonna eat meat anymore. You know what I mean? I can't really taste the meat there. It's insane. It's either or. But yeah, we got to do what we got to do for a minute. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so I'm like, she needs to do whatever she's got to do. But I understand you don't want to fuck everybody because it makes it weird to be in the room.
Yeah.
But
then again, it is L.A., right? I mean,
God bless her soul. Liz Lepresky. Is that how you pronounce her last name? Lepresky or whatever. She was like 80 or something when she died. She had years or whatever. But she was like, her gratitude list, okay, once she's like 30 plus years sober after relapsing once, she was like, thank God I fucked everybody when I was young and hot. when she was young and hot and they were young and hot. And then when she was older, she was like, fuck, that was dope. I'm happy I got to do that.
Had those
like
experiences.
I was hot while I was hot.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, wish I was hot and I was hot. And when I was hot, I didn't do shit with it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you didn't.
Yeah, true.
And she was like, thank God. Because she was like, now I'm not having sex. No one's trying to fuck me. But that's okay because I fucked everybody that was dope when it mattered.
Was she like a Sundowners, like what was
Dude,
that? West Side?
big time recovery person, like therapist and all this. She's just serious.
That's amazing.
Dope. Because that's the truth.
Yeah, fucking.
You know, as far as my understanding of Bill Wilson and all of that, he was a fucking monster.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, those biographies that come out about him a little bit later in life, you're like, ooh.
Hey. And the thing is like, I piss people off all the time about that shit in regards to, like, people get in my ass about what I should and shouldn't do sexually and all that shit, right? And so for me, let's say you're a guy that I can tell and everyone knows that you have a fucking problem, like you've fucked too many people, then I need some direction from you if you found a way to not.
Yeah.
But if you never had the fucking problem, why the fuck are you talking to me though?
Yeah, for real.
You can't get laid, but you're gonna help me with my sex addiction. How are you gonna help me?
There's a lot of weird layers with people in AA and the egos. It's like someone wants to step to you and help you because they're just pissed they're not getting the action you're getting. All of a sudden they're just like,
I need a guy that was fucking everybody to be like, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And still can.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, how?
Bradley Cooper.
How? But I feel that way about all you guys. But you get my point? Yeah. How are you not doing it when you can right now still do it? Yeah. That's what I want to know. Not I can't and I'm mad that you are. Or I don't want to hear the opinion. But that goes for everything. I mean, like the thing that we're involved in is you live it. And that's why your experience is valuable. Because like, how are you going to tell me what it's like to not have money if you've never not had money? How are you going to tell me how to grow up an entitled fucking retard like me if you've never had money?
Yeah.
So I need to know both. I need to know what it's like to be on food stamps and homeless and have to catch a bus. Tell me how to deal with that. But I need a guy that did it to tell me.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
And then like, oh, trust fund, bullshit, this, that, Learjet. How do you deal with turning your life, finding a way to have purpose, you know, coming from that shit? I grew up in some weird shit.
Yeah, so kick it off from the beginning. You were born and raised in Oakland in the early years?
Born in Oakland. I lived there until I was 4.
Okay.
And then my mom and my aunts started that group, you know? And so, you know, that's just like...
Is it okay to say the Pointer Sisters?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, the Pointer Sisters.
I like how Reno said, is it okay to say? And before you answer...
No, I don't care. I don't know.
No, honestly,
I don't know,
we can back up and bleep
I'm telling
anything.
you, it's a weird...
I mean, it's part of my childhood and teenage years, you know?
I don't even know how to explain it. So, like I was talking about this other day, so we're in East Oakland. It's just... In East Oakland, where I lived, there's a hostro called East 14th. Okay?
Reno, take note.
Hold on.
East 14th.
I know it.
He's married.
Check it out. So we see American Gangster with Denzel Washington, and we get introduced to Frank Lucas, the person.
Yeah.
Okay? But on Jet Magazine, when I was a kid, was Mickey Barnes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Cuba Gooding Jr. character.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, until I saw the movie, Never heard of Frank Lucas. I only knew Mickey Barnes.
Yeah.
I don't know Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
Okay. So East 14th. I was born in Oakland and lived on 65th Ave. My dad was the Frank Lucas in the pimp game. Okay?
Oh shit!
But people didn't know about pimping, know about Fillmore Slim.
Yeah.
They don't know about Fat Sam, who's my dad.
And one of your bands was called Fat Sam after your dad, right?
And so my dad is tight.
So Fat Sam is like the Oakland Fillmore Slim.
Come on. And then there's a guy named Bill Graham who did the concert.
Yeah, Bill Graham presents.
So my dad is setting up all the girls backstage for Bill Graham.
Oh, for every act that came through there.
My dad wanted to be like a rock star. So his image wasn't like 70s black pimps. It was like 70s rock and roll.
Oh, no way.
He drove a fucking, Jag 12 convertible.
Yeah.
He was bald at the time with like the shark skin suit. He wasn't like the rest of the pimps. You know what I mean? He was like I'm trying to not be in the drama pimping.
Yeah.
More like call girl style pimping then.
Evolved.
So that's what my dad was doing. And my aunt, Bonnie, who just passed away at the beginning of the COVID bullshit.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. She was Huey Newton's girlfriend.
No way.
Dude, she's like 14, his girlfriend. My uncle is his best friend. So all the Pointers are like the first 50 Panthers.
Whoa.
Like the real Panthers.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
Then Huey and my uncle start getting into it because my uncle was like, it's education, education. And Huey was like, fuck that. We're getting ready to start killing motherfuckers because they're killing us.
Yeah.
At the time, it seemed like, okay, the guy is just out of his mind, hungry for the violent situation.
Right.
But he actually was like, no, like if you come at us a certain way, we're just coming the same way. That's it. But my uncle was like, that won't work in this decade. So everyone will get killed if we go that route.
Yeah.
Just get the education and fucking, have your life expand from the education, not from the violent tip. So he was like, if you keep talking that shit, it's parallel to Malcolm X going to Mecca. When Malcolm X went to Mecca, he was like, I found out not all white people are evil.
Yeah.
It's evil is evil. And they were like, oh, we can't have you saying that shit.
Yeah.
And that was the end of that. right? Because the whole machine runs on it, right?
Yeah, they gotta have an enemy. I mean,
Come on.
that,
Right.
Yeah.
So my uncle started clashing with Huey. And so they were like, okay, that's it. And they put a hit out on our whole family.
Oh, shit.
Okay. And so my aunt Bonnie got my other aunt June. They started the Pointer Sisters.
Okay.
You know that song "Fool Around and Fell in Love"?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's them singing in the background.
No way.
Shitting me?
Dude, I didn't even know it. I was like, what? They were like, yeah.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
Elvin Bishop.
Yes, yes. You know that song, Low Down.
Oh, yeah.
That's them.
Oh, yeah. The Dirty
I'm like,
Lowdown
bro,
by Boss Skaggs.
That, anybody really know what time it is? Chicago?
Yes, yeah.
That's them. I'm like,
Damn.
Jesus. You know that song, Sesame Street, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? That's me.
Are you serious?
No way.
I'm like, what? Yeah, right.
No
okay,
shit.
Yeah, okay. And my sister and my cousin. But,
11, 12,
yeah,
11, 12.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? That's crazy, right?
You
Exactly.
guys were working.
Dude. So my uncle, so they put a hit out on our family. We're in witness protection.
No
So like
shit.
you hear about witness protection, like a couple of decades ago was the first time a lot of people ever heard of it.
Yeah, it's true.
And so when I was a kid, I remember being at school and these guys with the suits and the glasses came in the room and took me, my sister, and my cousin out of class. And they were like, that's it. You got to go.
No
Right
shit.
now. Took us to Orinda Hills, which is, Northern California, up in the hills, not in the city area.
Okay.
To hide out from Huey.
Like north of like Santa
That's
Rosa
right.
kind of shit? Or,
Yes,
oh,
yes.
wow, yeah.
So to hide out from Huey, and and fucking J. Edgar Hoover's on the phone begging my grandfather, you got to help me, okay? because Huey put a hit out on my uncle. And they broke in his classroom and broke his back in 2 places, crushed his face, stomping on his jaw, just crushed it. Jesus, you know what I mean? And they raped my Aunt June, who was 15. So she was a virgin. 15 Panthers raped her for her 15th birthday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean?
That's
so
awful, man.
With black people never have anything bad to say about the Panthers. I only knew bad shit about the Panthers.
Yeah.
So it was like I was in this like when I was around black people, it was like this weird thing that they were like, you know, pride about the Panthers, and I was like, fuck the Panthers.
Yeah.
And it's weird, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
So that's my introduction into the Panthers. But so my dad was doing his Frank Lucas on the pimp tip.
Yeah.
And then I had the Panther situation, and then my family got tight with Sly when they got signed.
Okay.
Sly Stone, and Sly was like, you gotta come to Sausalito.
Okay.
So we moved to Sausalito, and the only black people in Sausalito, Sly Stone, Pointer family. When I say no one else, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating a drop. I mean, none. And Sly was going crazy, like, oh, they won't sell me a house here. They don't want to sell me a house. So he builds this fucking place called the Record Plant, which is like the warehouses at the docks in Sausalito. Okay.
The way you put a studio in there and everything.
Yeah,
else,
just happens to be where they recorded Rumors and a bunch of other albums.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. So like I saw there was a club called The Standard on Sunset, like, you know, before the pandemic.
Yeah.
It was hot. It was insane. And I'm there one night and I see Mick Fleetwood. And I'm like, oh my God, Mick, da da da. And he's just like, who the fuck is this black guy? Not old enough so that he would know who the fuck I am. He's like, I don't know you. And I go, yeah, I was there when you were going through that shit with like, he's like taking like 2 weeks to just, you know, I don't like the sound of that Tom.
Oh,
but I was
shit.
like, no, it's not right. Okay, let's do it. You know, when you're doing Blow Forever, and you're like, no. And so he's trying to fuck my mom, and he's just piling the blow out, you know. And I'm like, I'm sitting on my mom, straddling her, turning her head, mom. And he's like, can you fucking get rid of him? Dude, the guy's so annoying. Like, get rid of this fucker, right? She's like, no, he'll stop, and I wouldn't stop. So when I saw him, he goes, fuck! He goes, I remember you, dude. You were the worst. You were the worst ever. I go, I was really, I was one of those
You went
kids.
through it all right there with him on the spot, and he's like, I fucking remember.
He goes, I remember, dude. He goes, you're annoying as fuck. I go, yeah. You know the kids that like always get in trouble in class because they're just, you know. So yeah, that's my Record Plant fucking Fleetwood Mac story. But
Wow.
That's wild.
yeah, so Marin, like we were talking about it earlier, that Marin there was nothing to do there. Nothing.
Hey, wait, Sausalito is part of Marin?
It's the beginning.
Okay.
So San Francisco, Golden Gate Bridge touches Sausalito.
Right.
Right. So that's Sausalito.
So the family basically, like you guys, your mom and your aunt started recording at Sly's place.
They followed Sly
formulated
over
the Pointer
there.
Sisters.
They followed Sly over there. They were doing, Bonnie and June were doing backgrounds, and then Bonnie and they were like, hey, don't you have some other sisters or something? They were like, yeah, let's get the other sisters in on this. We got 2 other sisters. They're like, are you fucking kidding me right now? We got 2 other sisters. And the other sisters are really tall and really pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they went and got my Aunt Anita.
So
and,
they're like, these bitches.
oh, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So they were known as like the not soulful, not black group. Like, there was
Which at that point in time, with like the way things were, it was like they could make it to the top 40 pop charts.
Oh, dude.
Because
black people hated us.
Seriously?
Yeah, and we were like, the world, this is the thing. So, with the kind of music, okay, they came through the door doing this like Salt Peanuts and all this like, it's like Billie Holiday style.
Okay.
When everything was going really soul and funk orientated, and they were doing like this, like Andrews Sisters, Billie Holiday, that kind of shit.
Okay.
And everything was like deep jazz. And so that was not hip.
Yeah.
And they started in this theater troupe called the Cockettes. It was a bunch of gay dudes in San Francisco. And so they pulled the Pointer Sisters into their clique. They're like, you guys are a bunch of tall, skinny black girls, and we want to be that.
That are hot, yeah.
Like all those like queens in San Francisco, they were like, I wish I was a tall, skinny black girl.
Right.
I'm not fucking around. You know what I mean? So they love the shit out of the motherfuckers, right?
It's kind of like how Bette Midler did that same thing in the bathhouse in New York. It's like they came in and they
come on now.
Okay,
exactly what was up.
So they became like the mascot group of the gay culture in San Francisco.
I remember,
which is huge because the gay community is always the first to be up on
everything.
Fashion, sounds, style,
all of it.
Yeah.
Look, I think all cliques do certain things best.
Yeah.
You got your carpenter, you got your stylist, you got the person that does the hair, you got the person that cooks the food, the one that does the clothes, the one that does the choreography. There's different people for different shit. Now, granted, there's always exceptions.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like you have to accept and embrace the fact that the gay community has some shit that they could bring. You can't touch them. Leave them alone. You're not going to do it better than they do it.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out the way. Let them do it.
Yeah.
Amen.
Period. It's a fact. You know what I mean? And so that's what I did love about that whole upbringing of like being introduced to that. It was insane. It was crazy. They ended up being the first group outside of an orchestra to play the San Francisco Opera House.
Fuck, really?
Wow.
The first. It's
Wow.
like, so you only have orchestras, only ballets, this, that, only that kind of shit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the gay community shows up and goes, you have to have the Pointer Sisters. You got to have these four black chicks here.
Yeah, they are so popular in the
Dude,
gay
it was
community.
fucking crazy, yo.
Wow.
Crazy shit.
Yeah.
And that's the first time that I saw Bowie. This is when Bowie was hanging out with Mick. Okay? And they show up, and I'm like freaking out because of how androgynous and just flamboyant they are. And as a kid, I'm like, I don't understand those two guys. Like, I don't get what's going on right there, and everybody's going all crazy. I don't know who they are. You know what I mean? And they show up with all these models and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's all the drama around that?
Yeah.
And my mom's like, those are the dopest guys in the fucking building, period. And I'm like, why? I don't get it. They look more like girls than the girls, right? But that's what planted the seed where my mom was like, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know that tuxedo t-shirt?
Yeah.
It's created for that show, never existed until that day.
Really?
No
Never
shit.
existed.
No shit.
Because the Opera House was a jacket required only venue. You have to wear a jacket, right?
Yeah.
You know the thing that fucking Phil Collins talks about?
Yeah.
And so the Opera House in 73, it's like, oh, here's a t-shirt, long sleeve, black, and it's a tuxedo. And in the carnation is a little symbol of the Pointer Sisters. And on the back of the black long sleeve t-shirt, it's white. It's like half and half, and the back is overalls. For like the whole hippie.
No way.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you saw this fucking shirt, you'd die, bro.
And who wore that in the show?
Everybody that showed up that didn't have a jacket, if you were a guy, you had to wear it.
Oh, that's
so that when you look at the person, they're wearing a tuxedo.
That's
Isn't that crazy?
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Right? Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, I feel like I'm hogging.
No,
dude,
Okay.
no.
Anyways.
Oh man.
So they from there they proceed to have this incredible recording career, and you're like young, growing up in this environment.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
All I know is that immediately into it, we moved to Sausalito. We have this one big house, which is like headquarters. My mom has a house. My Aunt Anita has a house. My mom's got a boathouse. We get there. We're there not even a year. Not even a year, and my mom disappears. Gone. No one knows where she is. Won't answer the phone, nothing. So she hooked up with Dennis Edwards. Dennis Edwards, the Temptations had a lead singer named David Ruffin.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they were like, we're screwed because there won't be another day. We don't have David Ruffin.
He was on.
And the new guy that came in, his first song is Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Oh, shit.
They're like, we're screwed. And then Dennis Edwards shows in and they're like, oh my God, we're not screwed.
Yeah.
They couldn't believe they weren't screwed.
Yeah.
And so my mom hooked up with Dennis Edwards and never came home.
Oh, damn.
Never. Because she's married to another guy in the house with me and my sister. Right? Shit. And she's like, sorry. You know, like my mom.
This is the 70s or the 60s?
Yeah, 70s. Early. So they went to Africa with Ali. Everybody did.
Oh, shit.
Ali was like, if you're black and you're hot, come to Africa, right?
Wow.
So
for
James,
the rumble in the jungle.
Malcolm X, James Brown, every single powerful black person all went to Africa, and that's when my mom hooked up with Dennis Edwards. But that's like, again, like my friend Ashley Hamilton. We have a song that we're bonded by, and that's "Ordinary World" by Duran Duran.
Okay.
Where it's like, you know, so my mom hooks up with Dennis. Now my life is Flip Wilson, Richard Pryor, Kareem, Steve McQueen. People loved him. Like they were like, dude, you're the lead singer of the Temptations. I love you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he's tight with all these different people. Like, you know, it's like you're sleeping as a kid and you hear this crazy singing and you're like, who's down there? It's like Smokey and Dennis. And
but you're a kid, you don't even realize that they're famous, right?
Fucking all what it actually is.
You're like, can you guys fucking keep it down? I'm trying to play Atari up here.
But later I try to get normal. And I'm like, how? Like once I become a strung out idiot junkie and I got to steal some food from Safeway, and then either the Temps or the Pointers are playing while I'm stealing the food. I'm like, fuck. And then like, you're looking at me and I don't know if I want to talk to you about, are you staring at me because I'm stealing? Because I'm staring at you because I want to tell you that's my mom. Even though, don't say nothing. Please don't say nothing. Please don't say nothing, right? Weird shit, bro. You know what I mean, bro?
The duality.
You know what I mean? The Learjet and the fucking bus.
Yeah.
Literally. Wow. All the time. And trying to, like, that's the thing with me and Ashley. We always talk about that song because it's brutal. But that's
Ordinary World by Duran Duran. Bro, his dad is
George
Hamilton.
But he grew up, and his stepdad is Rod Stewart.
Oh, shit.
Trying to get normal, right? Because, okay, the disease loves that my life wasn't normal.
Uniqueness.
Because I never get to say that I'm normal.
Yeah.
I'm not. Period. Yeah. That's out the window. Yeah. I'm not normal. Yeah. Nothing I went through is normal.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You know what's funny is I remember the first time seeing Malik. I remember the first time I met Ashley, but I remember I was like, literally, and I don't think like, you know, oh, those guys came, you know, their parents had a bunch of money. Why are they here? I don't think that. I just think like, fuck, it's incredible they didn't kill themselves.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
I tried everything in my
power.
It's
like,
I tried everything.
Because I think it's hard. I really think it's more difficult for someone like you or Ashley because like, people know who you are.
Yeah.
We have a friend right now who's happening, you know, but it's like, oh, they're kind of giving you drugs.
Yeah.
You know, you're not like having a hustle at the beginning.
Oh, come on now.
And then it gets back. You know what I mean? When it goes dark. Yeah.
I want to party with you, all that shit.
Yeah,
hang
bro.
out,
I was smoking weed and doing like a quarter Quaalude when I was 5.
What?
Like my mom and my aunts were like, we got to slow him down. We got to, dude. The guy's gonna he's gonna fucking just fucking dive out the window. I was out of my fucking mind. They were like, we gotta slow this nigga down, yo. It was out of control, right? They were like, we can't do it, right? So, which is not good.
I could have used a quarter Quaalude today at the mall. With
you see what I'm saying, right?
Especially Gemma's like, what up, bitch?
Hello. Oh, gorgeous. That your baby?
Thanks. Yeah.
I love it. So then, you know, by the time I'm 11, You know the Derringer grinder?
Yeah.
Remember that? I'm grinding up. My mom would just hand me a bag and go, fill up all the bottles, different size bottles, like, like quarter ounce, half ounce. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Grind up this shit so I could do it and give it away. And I'd be doing that. My grandmother, who's a minister, would be cooking breakfast. She's like, what is that? She don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that stuff your mom does that, you shouldn't be doing that at the table. You got to go to school.
Oh, wow.
So I started off at like 12, 8-ball, bottle of Remy Martin, a bottle of fucking Dom Perignon, jumping the Porsche, no license.
Damn.
You know what I mean? The fucking chief of police is like, we know how old that motherfucker is. He's not 16. He don't have a license. What are you guys doing?
He's the only
You know what I mean?
black dude.
Yeah. Come on now. I remember watching the news and they had said that Lennon just got shot, That was December the 8th, I believe, 1980, I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Right?
You're right, yeah.
I'm not even 15 yet. And I'm sitting there. My uncle showed up with 4 kilos and we're freebasing. I've been freebasing for almost a year up to that point. And I'm not even 14. Wow. And I mean all day. I had no idea. Like he'd be like, okay, that's it. You gotta go to sleep so that you can go to school tomorrow. I'm not getting in trouble for you being up all night. So I just go lay down, close your eyes, pretend like you sleep, and go to school the next day.
Oh my God.
I remember I couldn't wait to get to my science class because they'd be burning all kinds of shit in the science class. And I would take hits and blow it out the window in the class. But nobody knew that smell. They only know the smell of weed.
Yeah.
So they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't even know I was fucked. My friends would be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, I'm freebasing. They'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
We know you're a maniac drug addict, so I guess it makes sense.
Checks out.
Bro, it was a mess.
Oh, man.
It was a mess, and that was normal. You know what I mean?
At 13, you were freebasing.
At 14.
Yeah.
14.
Whoa, Keith.
Yeah,
14.
14. And I mean come on now. Come on. 14.
It's just, honestly, like it's fucked up, but it's like generational. Like that's when I tried meth for the first time. I was 14. What about you?
15. Yeah.
Yeah.
15,
You know what
I
I
was
mean?
like full on.
Come on,
Woo, yeah.
come on.
Stealing
now.
my best
All
friend's
that,
mom's
dude,
bag.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Fucking
best
awesome.
friend's dad was a biker, and they were making it around the corner and shit. And it was like,
Dude, the first time I did crank, like it was 1983. I was 13, and I was working at this bowling. No, you know what? My friend's older brother was like a white trash dude.
Yeah.
Because it was so hard to get. You had to know somebody really like
Yeah.
from out where you're from, like a trailer
for
park
sure.
dude.
You couldn't just get it.
Yeah, and I remember we did that. And like, you're like, fuck. That was that phenol-tube, that P2P dope. So you do a line of it and be up for like 3 fucking days.
Yeah.
I'd be at home like doing
Yeah.
sheet karate.
Come on now.
Trying to get done like a
Come on now. Come on, you can get some shit done.
Yeah.
For real, yo. Shit that doesn't even need to get done. Tons of it.
She's all sweaty and shit. You're just fucking dancing under it. Yeah.
Major.
Right?
You rebuilding shit and shit. Taking the
Yeah.
fridge
For
apart.
real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're rebuilding shit that you didn't even know was built in the first place.
Why? Dude, right?
Yeah.
I remember my mom took me to Bobby Womack's house. And your voice reminds me of Bobby Womack's house. Bobby Womack's. No, here's
really
the thing.
Don't tell him that. This fool's going to be flexing everywhere. Like,
Here's the thing. And I was like, ew, I hate this guy. He's ugly. Those glasses. Every time I came over, he was like in shorts, barefoot, playing guitar and sweating, right? With those big glasses. And I was like, do we have to be here? I had no fucking idea who Bobby Womack was.
Wow.
The whole time I was at his house, I was like, I don't like his voice. It was like yours. I was like,
Meanwhile, he's got the number 1 record in the country.
you didn't sing this part. I was like, no, right? He's just constantly writing shit. And I had no idea.
Was he on blow?
Always. I had no idea. You know what I mean?
Who he was?
None.
This is the circles you traveled
None.
in.
And he would, like, literally, he would be like, check it out. I'd sit down, he'd be like, don't move, because there's a part I need you to snap and sing this part. So when it comes, this is what you're going to sing. And then so he'd start playing, all this shit. And I was like, that's not cool, like what I'm trying to do, like with the choreography and the wear these clothes and this, that, all that shit. But it seeped in, but I didn't know. He was teaching me song arrangement and how the shit goes. But I was so mad. I was like, this is horrible. Like I would go to the Temptations rehearsals, you know, and there's some flamboyant, just flaming gay motherfucker choreographing them. You know, the type he had a tight one-piece suit that was bell-bottom, right? With low cut with a scarf.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah.
And now when I look back at the choreography of the Temptations, it makes all other choreography dumb, lame, lame-o. All this shit I see now, that's not dope. Yeah. That shit this guy was doing, unbelievable.
Yeah.
I would be there.
They would do like synchronized shit, right?
Everything they did was the song. So now choreography is like, I'm doing all these moves. They have nothing to do with the song.
Yeah.
I'm like doing this and doing that. And it's hard for me to sing the part while I'm doing this and that.
Yeah.
And they don't even fit. All Temp's choreography is the actual song.
Right.
And I didn't get it while it was happening. I was pissed, bro. I'd be in these Temptations rehearsals and I'd be like, do I have to be here? This is a fucking nightmare, bro. And then years later, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Really? I was pissed. You know, the phone would ring. Hi. Yeah, is Dennis there? And I'd be like, yeah, who's this? Oh, it's Michael. Can you tell Michael's on the phone? Because Michael's looking up to fucking Dennis,
That's
bro.
so crazy.
And I didn't get it, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't get it.
Wow.
You know?
And then they try to tell you you're not terminally unique. You're like, motherfucker. Yes.
And then that's that thing I was saying. It got to the point when I was like, okay, I need to let it go. Mm-hmm. I need to let it go. It's not normal. Mm-hmm. And that was another thing that I went through that was gnarly, bro. I went through some shit recently where when I was coming up, okay, black people knew they made it if you went somewhere and there were no other black people there. Then you knew. Damn. Get it? So Sausalito, even though Sly went crazy, like, fuck you motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. You guys should be selling me houses here. I got the money. Mm-hmm. I am who I am. And they're like, nah, we don't do it like that. We're never really selling niggas houses in Sausalito. Right. So he made his shit the record plant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And was like, let's get the fuck out of Sausalito. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. When we moved to Malibu from Marin, we get there, Miles Davis, Lou Gossett Jr. Okay. Yeah. Ben Vereen.
Yeah. Ben
right?
Vereen's like tap dancer.
Yeah, like he was Bob Fosse's guy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I think that's it. Miles, Cicely Tyson, Ben Vereen, Lou Gossett Jr. Wow. That's it. And then Ruth Pointer moves in and buys some houses. Uh-huh. And so, like, I'm shopping in Malibu, and they're like this, hi, who are you?
Yeah, right.
Right? And somebody's like, his mom just moved here and they have an open-ended account. Like, he literally could do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He could just pile shit up and he don't have to give you a fucking dime and leave.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know. We just thought you was a regular ass nigga. Yeah. So we're following you. Get it? And I'm serious. So,
man. Fuck.
For years, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm the only, it's me and James Earl Jones at Spago or fucking, Sidney Poitier at the Ivy. Like, I would go places and me and a couple other black people would be there. That's it. And forever, I was like, yeah, right? And then now that I'm older, I'm like, not cool.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know that it's not. Not until I got my ass kicked in life did I know, not cool. Yeah. But I had no idea, bro. I mean,
it was just
not a fucking clue.
It was just the game you were.
I like that you know that Della Reese was on the Ed Sullivan Show or something?
Yeah.
When they put her up, I don't know if it was Chicago, I think it was in New York, but there was a restaurant that literally, like it's like the 60s or 70s, like nope. She can't come in here, and Ed Sullivan just fucking flexed and walked down there and walked in with her. Everybody started like, oh. Hello. And he was like, is there a fucking problem?
Come on now. Hello.
Everybody just started, like they completely, you know what I mean? Like
I didn't know that about Sinatra until later in life. The Sinatra was no joke about Sammy.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of that had to do from being so poor. It's like he was poor, so he got it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm the biggest artist in the world, period. And I know for a fact there's not one thing I do better than you.
Yeah.
Can't sing better than you, dance better than you, nothing.
And he took a lot of his inspiration from black musicians and artists too.
So he was not fucking around with that topic, yo. He was like, no, you guys need to wake the fuck up.
Hey guys, I got to cut out early. I'm so
cool.
sorry.
Oh, no worries, no worries, brother.
Dude, thank you so much, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
So
But,
when you got, by the time you got to Malibu, had like Jump and like those
All
those
that shit
songs
was
popped.
happening. It was, bro.
I'm so excited,
Dude,
Jump.
I don't even know how to
That's
explain
my
to you.
fucking childhood right
Dude.
there.
So
I mean,
there's-
it's so crazy. And then Beverly Hills Cop came out.
Bro, Neutron Dance. It was a problem.
Oh, my God.
It was a problem. Oh, you're going to the Oscars. It's like, are we? Oh, We Are the World. What? It was.
We Are the World.
Bro, my mom and my aunts were already set. And so Sandy Gallen came to their manager and was like, listen, I can make some moves you can't make. So you tell me your number as a manager, and I'll double whatever that is. Give me the girls.
Oh, right. Because
You're done. You can't handle what's possible.
Yeah.
You're done. It's over for you.
Yeah.
So Sandy was like, I got Showtime, I got Chevrolet, I got Caesar's Palace, I got Diet Coke.
Yeah.
He was like, I have multi-million-dollar deals for each one of you. Like, each of you could pocket over 20 mil a piece. Just sign with me.
Damn.
Like fuck what money.
You're talking about 1984,
Bro, it's like this. Whatever money you already had, that's one thing, right? That's that. Or whatever money you make after, that's another thing. But you sign with me, and on the signing, we're going to do 4 to 5 major $1 million deals like that. It'll just change everything in your life overnight.
Whoa.
It was bananas, dude.
Whoa.
And so it was just like, it just got completely nuts. And my stepdad, this guy, Don Boyette, he was playing for my mom, but he couldn't, he wouldn't show up, so they fired him. And so my mom was opening for Lionel in his heyday, and fucking Lionel loved Don, and he goes, Don, come over to my house right now. I want to talk to you. He goes, I'm going to give you a shot. Because I always liked you when you were with them and wish you were with me.
Yeah.
So
Talented guy.
you just got fired from the band that was opening up for me, but now you're my bass player.
Wow.
Just like that. So he just went boom, boom, right?
And all of a sudden he's like, all night long.
And then right after that shit, I go on a gnarly run. And then my stepdad, Don, calls me and goes, I want you to meet me in the valley at this big warehouse. And I go to the big warehouse. I'm in there. And then all of a sudden the song starts. Dun, 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 and I'm like, is that starting something? Right?
Oh, Michael Jackson.
And he got the Michael first tour gig. So he went from Lionel to playing for Michael.
Wow.
So everything in my life just became like, none of this shit makes any kind of sense at all.
So crazy.
None.
It's just, it was a time where it was like, there was like 7 TV stations on TV, including HBO.
Yeah.
There was 4 or 5 radio stations. And there was like, it was like all that music is all you heard was the Pointer Sisters, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I know.
You guys were like, that's fucking wild.
Yeah. And
globally, probably too.
Oh, dude. But for me, I have no self-esteem. I forgot to bring up that my uncle was on the Celtics with Bird.
Oh shit.
Okay. So I got one uncle that's like this with Huey Newton, who's a professor.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was like a way better basketball player than my uncle that ended up being on the Celtics. Yeah. Way better.
Wow.
Then I got another uncle that's a professional baseball player. Then I got my mom and my aunts.
Yeah.
That are hanging out with Richard Pryor and fucking Ali. And
arguably
one of the
greatest
biggest
vocal acts of the.
So for me, the bar is so fucking high that I'm like, fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
Look, and then I'm like, my mom is like, okay, you got to handle your drugs, bro. I'm like, I don't know. How do you handle freebasing? How do you handle it, right? And so
they just never did it crazy like that. They just snorted.
My mom was kicked out of the group all the time.
Okay.
Because of her relationship with Dennis and Marvin and them smoking freebasing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they were like, we don't know what to do with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then she was like, okay, I'll stop freebasing. I'll just snort and do Cocoa Puffs and just smoke heroin.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then all of a sudden she was like, okay, I found the spot so she could function.
Yeah.
But like as a kid, it's different. You know what smoking crack is like.
Oh, yeah.
So you have a different feeling if you don't have money or like you're consumed with it.
Yeah.
Like if you have
you
the
don't gotta
money,
be somewhere.
if you have the money, you might flush a pound of blow. You might be like, I don't ever want to do this again, right? But if you don't have it, all you're doing is trying to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit.
So it's a gnarly thing to be in like junior high school and high school and try to figure out how to navigate your freebasing habit. You know, and not until I got down to LA and when I checked into the care unit, everybody in there was a heroin addict.
Care unit. That's an old school rehab. That's like
they don't have it over at Cedars.
Okay.
So, you know, I hooked up with some people there and started shooting heroin.
Oh wow.
They were like, you gotta shoot some heroin, bro. Yeah. You need to calm the fuck down, dude. They were like, you're fucking up my high, bro. Get the fuck out my window, bro. Stop fucking with the light switch. You know, ninja crawl and all that. They was like, stop.
Yeah.
So, you know, I started shooting dope and then, you know, but that's a whole nother monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You know, but it was like my drug addiction was so gnarly. You know what I mean? And I had no idea how to fucking slow that shit down. And then finally, you know, through going to meetings and doing the deal, I got a little relief. But I was stuck in that can't talk because of who my family is. Oh. I couldn't say, you know, I don't know if anybody remembers that restaurant Dama Greb on Sunset. It was like a Moroccan restaurant. Dope. That's where I met, what's the girl from Friends?
Courtney Cox?
No, the other one.
Jennifer Aniston?
I met her there, like when the show was big.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, I'm at Dama Greb. I've done the 28 program at fucking, you know, Cedars.
Yeah.
And fucking my mom goes, congratulations. And hands me a vial at the dinner. Am I graduate? She gives me a fucking half ounce of powder at the table.
Oh my God.
And I look at my stepdad and I go, boom, right? And we go, let's go to the bathroom, right? That was that. Nobody ate dinner. Nobody. We left.
You just left.
We left. Wow. Bye. But she didn't get it.
She didn't get it. It's
at
like
all.
it's like DJ's mom picking him up from rehab. You know, a good friend of ours picking him up from rehab and getting dinner on the way home. Stopping to get dinner and goes, let's have a glass of wine to celebrate.
Yeah,
you know?
not
you
at
just
all.
completed treatment. You need to celebrate. You know, we can have a drink. You know, it's a fucking drink.
That's
Except for
exactly.
your drink came in the half-ounce bite of cocaine.
Come on. Just a mess.
You telling the story about I have one friend who had like there's I don't know too many people that, you know, like, because the generation that I got in is a little different, you know?
Yeah.
So, but like, we still had a little bit of bass. You know? We still had a little, you know, we still had a good amount of crack. It was before really like this whole amphetamine boom really came back on the picture, you know? And my friend Gilbert, who he had a thing where, do you know Gilbert?
Yes, I do.
So Gilbert and I, we got loaded together. You know, we got loaded. Oh, yeah. And there was a night where his dad was going out to go meet Obama.
Yeah.
He was like, this was like it. Like he was going to be flown out to go meet. And he was like, and all his dad, you know, and his dad's been sober for at this point, about 40 years or so, you know. And he goes, all I ever want, he goes, hey, just, I don't give a fuck how messed up you are, whatever. I just need you to be at my house at 8 p.m. You know, they were flying out the next morning. He goes, just be at the house at 8 p.m. We got a fucking 6 a.m. flight. Yeah. We're going to have dinner with Obama. Wow. We're going to have dinner with the president of the United States of America, you know? Right. And he was like, all right. And I remember him calling me and being like, yo, I'm going to go meet the president tomorrow, you know? And I was like, yeah, right. You know, but like knowing that he wasn't like, he wasn't fronting about it, you know? And he was like, hey, I just got to get a little dope before I go, you know?
Ding dong.
Famous last words, you know? And he came through.
Wait,
and
do
I
you
remember,
mean dope or coke?
Dope and coke, because you got to get a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his whole
Just
thing
in
was like,
case.
you got to do a little bit of this, a little
Just
bit of that.
in
A little,
case. Energy.
Uh-huh. And he
don't
would get
freak
the
out.
coke, and
Yeah.
it would need to be good powder that he could, we had a friend that taught him how to, we had a friend who taught him how to cook it up, but not how to cook up, like how to cook up bass, like real bass.
Yeah.
And what he did was he would free the bass, like that's why it's called free bass, He would wash it with clear ammonia.
Yeah.
And he would get kilos of coke. He'd take a gram, would wash it, would weigh it to see how pure the cocaine was.
Right.
And
That's
then he
how
would
he'd find
take
out.
and then he would take the gram and would throw it away.
Wow.
Because he was just a cocaine guy. He sold cocaine,
Yeah.
Oh, you're
But I
talking
remember
about the
sitting there.
dude that taught him.
Yeah.
But I remember
Okay.
I remember him throwing. The day that he waited and threw it, there was like a fucking glittery rainbow trail that flew across the room. And I was like, wait. What the fuck are you doing? He goes,
Right.
oh no, we don't like that's just the
Yeah, that's
process.
just to
I was
find
like,
out.
you have the purest form
And you
of
threw it away.
fucking smokable coke. What the fuck are you talking about? Throwing it away,
Wow.
So we put it in the pipe. We fucking smoke it. Of
Hello.
course,
No shit.
Gilbert learns how to do it, and it's whatever evening. Let's say Friday evening. It's around 6:00. We meet. You remember the El Pollo Loco in
course.
Silver Lake,
Come
the
on.
one that's
Yeah, the
now
real
a sweet
Sweet
green.
green now.
Whack that.
Yeah, whack. So we meet in the back, and he was like, "All right." And I got him a little bit of dope, and he goes, "I just need a quarter of some coke, and we'll cook it up real quick,
Yeah.
and then I'll get going." You
Yeah.
know? And I was like, "All right, word." And he got a quarter, and it was really, really, really good. Really good.
That's never good news.
So we're hanging out. There's a
Fuck
little,
now.
There's like a little lot in the back of the.
Come
There's
on.
like a little lot in the back attached to the where we were kind of
Yeah.
like hang out, and like.
Yeah.
And there was homeless dudes living there,
Yeah.
and Gilbert would always be like, "Hey, you guys want to blast?"
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
share a little with
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
Because sharing is
Sharing the
caring,
love.
Yeah.
Sharing the love.
Yeah. And we're sitting there, and we smoke through that quick, and he goes, "All right,
Yeah.
let's get another half ounce delivered," because
Wow.
he's got it like that.
Yeah.
So we get another half ounce, we get a little bit of black, and then we run through the black as we're smoking the fucking white. And he goes, "Well, I need a little more black so I
Black.
can make sure to get there."
Oh my God.
And we're
Yeah.
sitting there
What time is
waiting.
it now?
Basically, it
Time.
gets around the point when the sun is coming up,
Oh.
and we're still sitting there.
Oh,
and he can't look at his phone because he knows.
He
it's
knows.
like 10 million fucking calls
Oh,
missed from his
horrible.
dad, And I remember
hate it.
looking at him and going, "Hey, Gilbert,
Yeah.
I think you missed that fucking, And he looked at me and he goes, "Fuck, I know I did, And there's a photo of Danny Trejo and fucking Obama, that every once in a while I'll just see it'll pop up in like my, like your phone memories, and I'll send it to Gilbert and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, remember that?"
Yeah. You were there.
Yeah, you were
Dude,
there.
and that everybody knows that feeling you're talking about right now. Everybody has been there. It's a
Maybe not.
whether it's a
Maybe not the president.
well, it's whatever your Obama experience is.
Bro.
Everybody's got their own. It's a relationship. It's a fucking job. If for someone my age, your age,
Yeah.
that's used as long as we have, it's numerous.
It's horrible.
You know what I mean? And it's like, if you've had some time in the program and you've gone back out.
Yeah.
And you have that experience again. You're like,
Come on now.
fuck, it's
It's
coming, man.
horrible.
Oh, that phone's face down, and you're
It's
like,
horrible.
all you can do is put more dope on the problem.
Come on.
It's so crazy.
I know my
crazy.
mom was singing the national anthem at, I don't remember which one, if it's Hagler or Hearns.
Oh,
One of
wow.
those fights with Sugar.
Big fights.
Okay, and she's
Yeah.
doing national anthem, and I'm supposed to come down ringside, right? And I'm in the room in Caesars.
Oh, shit.
Just can't get out of the room. Just like stuck, filling up the garbage can with water, throwing it on the curtains and everything because I'm gonna light everything on fire. And the phone is just blowing up. Where are you? Where? Oh, it's the worst, bro. Sucks, bro. That's the worst.
The worst.
Yeah.
This
Bullshit,
disease,
bro.
man.
This is the
disease.
freedom to be able to not have to do anything, to be able to because we all have our favorite foods, and when we're not doing the bullshit, our food tastes like what it is.
Yeah.
And when you're doing it, it don't.
No.
It doesn't matter. You go to eat your favorite shit while you're high, and you're
Has
like,
no value
you're
whatsoever.
like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want water touching me.
Yeah.
I remember I had a really bad crystal meth run, like a bad one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
What is
somebody-
this? What?
what is this? This is 20 years ago, like a bad one where maybe 15 years ago. I'm shooting like a gram at a time or something gnarly. Doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like the guy was like, just shoot it all at once if you really want to feel it. And my dumbass said, okay. You know what I mean? So not a good idea. So my eye got like a red dot on it, because I'm staring at the screen watching porn for days. Right? Trying to get the right scene. I need that plus that foot with that angle with that, right? Trying to get it. And the girl would come up and rub my shoulder. Honey, I'm jacking off watching the porn.
Yeah.
She's like, honey, let me help you. And I go, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
Don't mess this up.
Because you're fucking it up. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
And she's like, honey, I need my computer for work.
Oh, damn.
Please leave your own room. Get out. Don't go over there. Go in the other room and close the door. Don't touch me, please. Or I have to go. And she's like, just don't go. Right? Eyes turning red dot. Yeah. Then the whole thing, all the white is turning red.
Oh.
Then my eye is so swollen that the eyelid won't close. I go to the optometrist guy, and he looks in, with the magnifying bullshit. He looks in and goes, whoa. And he goes, did you poke your eye with something or something? I go, no. He goes, you have like a spawn of mushrooms inside of your eyeball.
Oh my God. Like a fungus in your eyeball?
Yeah, but it was, the little Japanese mushrooms, the long, pretty, skinny ones? Yeah. He's like, you have like a little like forest garden of shrooms inside of your eye, in the center of your eye. And your eye, he goes, it might explode. It tore the retina, right? There's just a sliver of retina hanging there. And he's like, if it rips all the way, that eye's done.
No
right?
way.
He goes, we got to open that eye right now. And that's like at 7:00 at night. Oh. So he comes out with the, the butcher thing,
apron.
Yeah, that thing. And he's got the old school Frankenstein syringe with the thing on the thumb. And I go, do you have any drugs? No. I go, oh, fuck. I'm going to take the whole sheet of Benadryl, right? Try to get any kind of loop.
Yeah.
And he just starts shooting the face, in the nose, the bat, the bing, the bang, the bum, all around, right? Get everything numb, hurt so bad, bro. Then he pulls my eyelids apart and tapes them to my face so that it's open. Oh. He's got the glove on, and he starts spinning my eyeball. So you're looking straight. So way over there, he's spinning the eye, and the eye goes, whoop. So this one's straight, and I just puked everywhere. Because the eye, like the vertigo weirdness of I could literally see there and everywhere else. Oh, wow. And then when he hit it with the scalpel, it just went pop, right? And shit just flew everywhere. And then it's like, the scrubbing bubbles commercial for the bathroom? He's like, I'm going to put some shit inside of your eyeball and try to eat that fungus, right? And then close it. And then we got to have surgery on that eye first thing in the morning. Like, you got to be at this hospital at 5 in the morning, 4:30. So get a massage table, lay on it, And now he's like, you're going to need about 80 grand. Like, either you have insurance or the shit that I'm going to do to your eye, it's like $77,000 or some shit. And my aunt, the one that just passed, Anita, she was like, did you ask your mother? I was like, she won't answer the phone. And she was like, shit, fuck. She's like, so this motherfucker is going to be at my table on Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be like Malik, and I'm going to look over, and the eye is not going to move. And she's like, fuck. She's like, fuck it. I'll pay for it. Because I don't want to see that fucking eye at my table, bro. I don't want shit to do with that. Wow. I'm going to sit on all of this money, and your fucking ass is going to show up here with that weird eye. Nope. So,
I'm not having a cockeyed nephew.
She's like, I'm not doing it. So that was the first.
Was that did you get to the bottom of, was it from the meth, that was in the meth?
It was, okay, you know how you shoot.
Because I've heard of everybody getting all kind of fucked up infections.
Okay, you shoot dope, and then you're supposed to put the syringe in that little, like, what is that little box what did they call it? It's like it's like a...
Oh, yeah, to throw it away?
The sharps container. Sharps container.
So I've got syringes all over Los Angeles stashed everywhere.
Okay.
So if I relapse, I go, fuck, that's right. I left that one syringe over there, behind
on top of the doorway or whatever, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So no matter how many times you bleach it and all that shit, the moisture creates a fungus. I don't care what you do, it's in there.
Oh, wow.
It's in there.
Oh, wow.
So I'm, using these old syringes for years.
Yeah.
So when I talked to the doctor, he goes, that's what you did. You shot a fungus directly into your bloodstream. And he goes, this is what your eyeball did. It told on you, because what's in your eye is in your brain, lung, heart. It's your whole entire internal life is riddled with mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
That's how I found out. If the eye didn't happen, I would have had a heart attack. I had a stroke and a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
But it would have been more massive.
Yeah.
So after I have he did some weird shit where he's like, I'm going to try some shit. I don't know if it'll work. But he's like, I'm going to open up he goes, I want to remove your brow and freeze it.
What?
Yeah. I go. And so he's still got my attention. Yeah. I go, for how long? Oh, no, 90 days. I go, what do you mean exactly? He goes, I'll take it out, and then you can go home, right? And then in 90 days, we'll open you up and put it back. So I go, so when you're talking to me, I'll just turn around and the whole part of my head is gone? He goes, yeah, but just for like 90 days. I go, no. Not even kind of. I'm not doing that. Creature feature where
No way, yeah.
He goes, if I don't remove the brow, I'm going to fucking rip all the cartilage, muscles, everything that has to do with your eye is just going to get fucked up.
Holy shit.
And I go, fuck it. Do that. I'm not doing the remove the brow thing.
Damn.
When I came out of that surgery, you buy drugs and it's in a baggie, and then the baggie has a little clamp on it. You ever have the little metal clamp? I had a metal clamp out of the corner of my eye because they had pulled everything out and put my eye in a bag and got the bag around the eye to tighten the bag around the eye tight so that the trauma to the eye, when it would expand from healing, they were like, we need it tight. I had a little metal knot right there.
Oh my! Oh, so your eye was in a bag in your head.
My eye was in a baggie, bro.
Shit!
How
crazy! Like the little metal, like the little
yeah. I had a little metal thing right there that I'd go boop boop.
Oh. Whoa!
Yeah.
And how long was it like that for?
I was in the hospital for 3 months.
Holy shit!
Yeah. They took the whole thing out, and then they pulled my retina and they put some stem cell growth shit with some other shit. He experimented.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna try some shit. He goes, basically,
it worked.
It worked.
I mean,
now, here's the thing. Good. I can see to the right. I can see left, up, down. Straight ahead, it's black.
Really?
Black.
Whoa.
So when I go to get my license and the lady's like, do the thing. And then I go to move it. She goes, what are you doing? I said, don't move the thing. Right?
Yeah.
And I can read a letter this way or that way, but straight black.
Whoa.
Weird, right?
That's a trip.
Yeah.
So after that one, did you stay sober for a while?
Fuck no. Come on now. Dude, when I had
on with it.
Dude, I showed up at fucking Cedars, right? I had a heart attack and a stroke from shooting a speedball, right? I was in a coma for 8 days. Blood transfusions.
All that.
The fucking, spinal tap bullshit, this, that, blah, blah, blah. My appendix exploded. And I came in there from a heroin overdose, cocaine overdose. And then a couple of weeks of me being there, because they tested my blood every day to see what was going on. All of a sudden, they're like, Mr. Pointer, why do you have cocaine and heroin in your blood today?
Oh, my God.
Because we know, one, we would never give anyone that.
Yeah.
Ever. We're a hospital.
She's like, just humoring you. She's like, I'm looking at your chart, and nowhere on here does it say cocaine and heroin as part of your daily regimen.
And blood is trailing from my bed, all over my bed, to the bathroom.
Damn. Yeah.
Then I got my boy Mark Rocco, and I got Louis Savatazo.
Oh, shit.
I got the cot.
Yeah. Oh, Louis in there later.
And they come in, the doctors and shit come in to grill me about like the cocaine and heroin. And I'm like, how dare you? And then a girl comes out of the bathroom in a towel.
Oh my God.
That just took a shower. They're like,
this ain't a hotel.
why is she taking a shower? The shower is for you.
Oh my God.
Not for your friends. What are you doing? Oh, we're leaving. They go, good, because you're going to go to jail if you keep this shit up,
like
yo.
You thought it was the fucking Beverly Hilton Hotel. Talk about ego and entitled.
I got
shit.
3 motherfuckers in the room getting high around the clock. I got the ghetto blaster. They keep knocking on the door. You can't smoke in the hospital. What are you guys doing? Bro, it's just
what year was this going on?
Shit, like what, 20 years ago, 15 years ago? Wow. It was not good. I have no idea how I lived through that. You know what I mean? You know?
Crazy how it gets a hold of you.
And then to still get high after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For like hard after. I had a walker and the IV pole. I remember going to the Key Club meeting.
Okay.
You know, and I got the pole and I got the walker. I got the what's the pick line?
Yeah.
So I don't have to find the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And got the walker going to meetings and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It just
you know what I
gets a hold
mean?
of you,
And somehow or another, I don't know how I'm here and it's over. Because like I said in the beginning, it wasn't like I made a decision to not get loaded. I didn't know that it did.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't want all those people from AA coming in the crib fucking with me all day. So fuck it. I didn't like see the whole thing through. I was just like, okay, I got to stop because you guys are here, right? So I'm going to stop. And then I remember I had some shit stashed and I was like, I don't want to start all over again with the shit.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
And you never have a conscious thought like that before, right? I say all the time, I can count on one hand how many times I've thrown dope away.
Come on, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not when the cops are coming, or when you're like, have it, and you're like, it's just been a couple times.
Dude.
Like 3 times where I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. I'm on a pass from Cry Help right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to go back there and get kicked out and be at the fucking North Hollywood train station tonight with nowhere to go, high on a nickel a speed. You know what I mean?
Fuck no.
I'm not trying to do that.
No.
So that's what you had.
Yeah, I had 1 second and I said, fuck it. And I said, fuck it. You know what I mean? And I threw it out. And then my sponsor at the time, Howard Samuels, he was like, I got a call from Vegas. They were like, come out here, And I was like, okay, I'll come out. And they were like, everybody that knew me were like, you're going to get loaded. You can't handle Vegas. And like I was talking about earlier, I go to Vegas and they were so amateur hour, fucking tourist, wannabe. I'm like, I don't want nobody in the world to know I'm high or who I'm fucking. Yeah. I only want you to know I'm fucking you because I'm fucking you. Not like, look at who I'm fucking. Yeah. I'm trying to deny everybody I'm fucking. Are you fucking kidding me? And Vegas is the opposite of that. Yeah. And I'm like, so I get there and they're doing that bullshit. Like I was talking about, Vegas is like I said earlier, but I think the shit's funny. I always say it.
Yeah.
When I watch porn, I watch it, I jack off, I come, and I stash it like I never watched it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're ready the evidence.
I use private tabs on my own phone. You know who the fuck behind it from?
What the fuck's up, right? Nah, bitch, I wasn't watching porn. Shut the fuck up, right?
I definitely clear my browser after every time.
Right? Vegas is just blaring porn all day in front of your grandma, the kids, the in-laws. I'm like, man, this shit is lame. Yeah. Oh, they look at me. I'm like, no, I don't want nobody looking at me.
Yeah. All right, partying, to me, partying in Vegas is like the same motherfuckers that go and like, it's like drinking on Cinco de Mayo, going to the cantina.
Stop.
Let's get margaritas.
Dude.
It's like going to drink green fucking beer on St. Patrick's Day.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they all of it.
Yeah.
All it.
It's like, but it's like that on fucking, on
big
steroids.
Big night out.
Everybody knew I was going to get loaded in Vegas.
It's wild, too. They'll let you get away with anything in Vegas while you're paying the bill.
Come on.
I have been so absolutely out of my mind, drunk, high on cocaine, trying to get more. And they're just like, yeah, sure, we'll take you wherever. You come back. As long as you're just paying people, like they will totally cater.
It is spring break for grown people, right? That's what it is.
But the flip side of it, too, being sober a long time now, like I've gone back with my wife, turned like a little business weekend into like a bunch of amazing dinners, a couple days by the pool. Like that's
if you're visiting, it's dope. If you're there all the time. But here's the thing, like everybody thought I was going to get high and it made no sense. I don't think I had 30 days when I went.
Damn.
Okay. And my sponsor goes like this. Okay. You were going to finish your cosmetology license to do that. And I was doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, it'd be like 106 degrees in LA and I'd be in all black and I would catch the bus and people would be pulling up and going, is that Malik at the bus stop? Going to fucking cosmetology school. I was like, he was like, do it. He was like, do it. And I was doing it.
Yeah.
And then they called me and was like, hey, can you come out here? Right? We want to pay you $500 a day plus tips and all that other shit. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so I don't have money for the bus or Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pass up on $500 a day. I go, if I get loaded and die, I get loaded and die. I go out there. Vegas didn't cure me, but kinda.
That's wild.
Because it was so fucking lame.
Corny.
That I was like,
so corny.
I go, this is what being fucked up looks like. I go, I don't want nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
So I'm out there by myself. I'm going to meetings every day, right? It got quiet. It was just me.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. So God sent me to Vegas. So I'd go to a meeting. I had to go to a meeting every day before work. Otherwise, I couldn't handle work.
Yeah.
Like I had guys show up. I'm a thin guy. I had guys way skinnier than me. Like these Russian dudes would come in dripping sweat and they'd be like, I love what you do. Here's room key, $1,000. You want cocaine, ecstasy? Like they'd just be like, I have China White. I'd be like, oh my God, I can never talk to you in life. Ever. Right? I've got supermodel. I was like, no.
That's
love
so
you.
wild.
And we're bonded because you know I'm you. Right? But I can't fuck with you. So for some reason, I never got loaded and I just kept going to meetings.
You know, and the other thing too, Las Vegas meetings are not like, no disrespect, they're not like West LA, East Side, fun, LA poppin'. You're not Malik out there.
None of that.
You're just like a dude in like a fluorescent lit room.
It's people that lost their life savings gambling and drinking.
Yeah.
And then there's all the new crystal meth motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple of junkies that live underground in the fucking tunnels.
I heard about the tunnels.
Bro. You know these movies we saw 20 years ago? It's real, bro.
Wow.
They live down there for real, and they really do in Vegas.
I saw an episode of Intervention where they went down there. They chased some girl down there, and she had a whole little apartment down there.
That's no joke. It's serious
crazy.
as fuck, bro.
And they're sober.
Oh,
and they're
there's a
sober
couple.
showing-
No, I had a couple of friends that were in the program. They were like, I'm homeless. I lost everything, but I live down in the thing.
They're like, all
and
right, then.
he's like, do you want to come down? I go, I can't come down, dude.
Yeah, no way.
I can't do it.
Might fall in love and stay down there.
Bro, every time. Hey, I was backstage one day watching, what is it called? What's the movie where Downey plays the black dude in Vietnam?
Tropic Thunder. Yeah, Tropic
Bro,
Thunder.
we're watching it backstage. We're just cracking up. The whole band is black, laughing and shit.
Yeah.
My phone rings. I look at it. It says Downey. I go, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
I answer the phone and put it on speakerphone. And he goes, okay, no disrespect, There's a guy in a tent taking a hit, and I've been circling around for the last 20 minutes. Walk me through it, because he goes, I know that you struggle and that you had just went out. I just saw you at a meeting. Walk me through why I should not get in that tent.
Damn.
Okay. He's like, you don't understand. Like, he's like, bro, I'm a guy that, like, I wanted my life to be this, right? I'm like the, Oscar-nominated, gnarly, junky, crazy fuck. And now people see me and go, Iron Man. He's like, why shouldn't I? Because I'm mad about the whole, it's the biggest blessing, and I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Get it? Yeah. And he's like, I'm ready to say, fuck the whole thing. And that's how crazy we are.
So crazy.
He's like, walk me through why I shouldn't get in the tent, right? And my boys are in backstage and all this shit. And they go, hey, guess what? Guess who's on the fucking phone, yo? Right? I put that nigga on fucking, I go, we're watching your fucking black ass right now backstage. He's like, are you fucking serious? And all my guys in the band are like, oh my God, we can't believe. I go, see, this is what I do. Them motherfuckers every day do the dating service at the bar and the drink. Like, I've never seen alcoholism on that scale as in Vegas. Like, I saw normal guys that kind of drink just turn into mandatory fifth a day.
Yeah.
Because of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the reason I can't hang. And I watch you guys sit there and talk to women all night until the sun comes up. Like, every once in a while I'd go wherever with them. And they go, I don't do that. Like, I go, are we fucking or not? I'm not hanging out with you all night. Not. This motherfucker's every night, bro. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with you guys' life. And they go, this is the life I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that shit. Yeah. I'm good with that. You know what I mean?
Meaningful interactions.
Come on, man. And I was like, and I can't party. Yeah. Like, when I go to party, it's serious shit.
Yeah.
Very. So
you put on your that's what you put on your helmet.
I'm like this amateur shit y'all doing. I don't do that baby business shit.
It's war.
Come on, bro. It's serious.
Yeah.
Hey, when I come out of the bathroom, it's like, Satan is in the bathroom. Yeah. Like, literally, I will. Mommy. You know what I mean? I don't want to do it no other way.
Totally.
Like, scary shit.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nobody trying to party. That's just boring. You know what I mean?
You said that with such conviction. It's boring.
Scary as
really
fuck.
Is. It's so crazy.
And it's like I spent the majority of my life scaring myself to death. So expensive. Let me give you all my money, everything that matters to me.
Yeah.
Showers, dressing up, food, people, jobs. Let me give it all to you to scare myself to death, because I got to get right to that spot where I'm like, and then I know it's right.
You're like, all right, we're good.
Or I could do everything else.
Yeah.
So that's the choice. Scare myself to death, lose everything, or take showers, eat food, and fuck.
Exactly.
Hard choice.
Yeah. No,
hard choice. Yeah.
Totally. And everything else is what, Danny? A couple things a day, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and the book says, like, and I hate bringing it back to this, but it's like, what is it? To live by spiritual lines. What is it? To die an alcoholic, to be doomed to an alcoholic death, or to live by spiritual lines are not always an easy choice to make. It's something along those lines. Yeah. So, like, if you ask my mother, or if you ask my little brother, if you ask my fucking cousin, or anybody where they're like, oh, hey, so is it, like, what's the, they're like, wait, to die an alcoholic death or to live by spiritual lines?
Yeah.
Hard.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean,
easy.
I think it's pretty, but to us, we're like, hold on. Give me a few days. Let me think about this. Let me, I got there's a really good batch that I heard about on the west side. Let me go try.
I got to wake up with a catheter in my dick.
Yeah.
And then maybe. But Twin Towers again? Okay, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It's all,
You're like, at least it's not CJ.
Yeah. Come on, bro. Yeah. I have a friend that says, and it's something that you said right away, we're like, you didn't choose to not fucking that day, It's like, if we had the power if we had the power to fucking choose, we would have chosen decades ago to not fucking, we lost. We we never choose. We don't choose to fucking go from a sober state to go get loaded. We lost that choice a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's got to be something that separates us from that, and whatever. And that's that same thing that kept you through the fucking eye thing. You know, the same thing that fucking got me. You know, that when I was looking through a pile of cool trash and fell over behind the trash can on GHB, that somebody called the fucking paramedic and they were like, if we didn't come, you wouldn't fucking, you know, and pump my stomach, you wouldn't fucking be here, you know? That's that thing, that power that fucking carried me up until the day that I was released from this thing, you know? And I had nothing to fucking do with it, you know? The only thing I had to do was stop trying to figure it out.
Grace period.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
It really is wild because I think back on all the things that I did to fuck up my recovery over and over again, or to sabotage opportunities, or to sabotage apartments and cars and jobs and relationships and my personal health and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like mind fucking blowing, you know what I mean? To think that we're all sitting here today clean and sober and living this big, beautiful life.
It's fucking the dopest shit ever, bro. It's the dopest shit ever because like over and over again, God would call me and I put his ass on call waiting. I'd be like, dude, you gotta wait. I'm trying to get this pussy real quick. Hold up. I'm trying to get this money real quick. Hold up. I'm showing off real quick. Hold up. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God. When did that happen? Now I just woke up with a catheter in my dick again. Oh my God. Click, click, the cuffs again. Like, and God's like, dude, you know for a fact I was trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the purest form of it while I'm in jail, while I'm in the hospital bed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I try to connect to that when I wake up and I make that bed and I go, whoa. Check that out. You're not in jail smelling a bunch of other motherfuckers' feet and ass. You're in your own crib making your bed. You're getting ready to eat what you want.
Yeah.
You don't have some
You're at
guy.
Erewhon.
I came here from Erewhon before.
I don't got some guy bossing me around.
Yeah, no shit.
Dude, like I take all my own freedom away from myself when I decide to use, and I get to choose what I'm doing in my life and with my life when I'm sober. And when I'm not, I got no say so. I just do whatever it is. Whatever it is, whatever. So thank God we're all clean, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I recently remembered it when we got a few of our standard issue questions to ask you before we wrap it up. But I just recently remembered, and it's crazy that I forgot about the county jail burrito. I forgot about it. Like I got a it was like somebody. I remember seeing somebody have
I'd be so happy about it.
It was like the highlight.
Haven't been
the highlight.
bro.
Oh, the warm fucking beat. Oh shit.
Bro, right?
And then maybe I could finesse getting two. You know, that to me
Big
was
deal.
that was the shit. I had won. I'm winning at life if I could get two. You know, if I could finesse.
Wow.
You know,
well, when I was in there last, I mean, not to digress onto all this because we talked about so much great stuff, but when I was in there last, it was on the way back from court. You'd come back, it would be late. Well, at least for me, because I was always going to court in the Valley, because all my cases were out of the Valley. But you come back and they just, boom, they lay two burritos on you. It was always two. But you're right, though. It was like like being back in a 7-Eleven and you just microwave the fucking burrito. You're like, oh my God.
You know, we don't care about eating.
I remember I remember being like getting processed in and seeing that toilet paper roll and grabbing it and being like, I got a pillow, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, fuck you. You know, I'm laying down. I'm good. You know, I'm gonna get a little peace and quiet up in this bitch. You know,
oh my God,
and like being excited. You know,
about a toilet paper roll.
About a toilet paper roll that I'm gonna use as a pillow.
Not knowing what the hell that life was gonna be like once you got up there. You know,
not knowing what the charges were at this point. You know, fuck what life was like. I don't know why I'm there.
God forbid that we get what we deserve. If we do, we are fucked.
Straight up. I should get that tattooed across my chest.
That's the thing.
Tramp stamp.
And that's the thing that the fourth column gave me is that I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. When shit happens to me, I'm like, I deserve worse.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. But the majority of the time, I'm like, dude, I got away with so much shit, bro. In every category of life. I'm like, I do not belong on the planet anymore.
Yeah.
Or not in prison.
Yeah.
And I know it for a fact. So I'm like, you know what? This happened, but it's not as bad as it could be or should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that helped a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With
That's
the whining,
powerful.
bro. The whining
That's
was
powerful.
kept me fucked.
And I get to see you fucking take a cake for 6 years.
Dude, it's better. It's
Wow.
better.
Yeah.
That's it, so many people are dead, better people than me. You know what I mean? And so God's like, no. And I tried everything in my power to not be here, and it didn't.
Me too.
God was like, nope.
Yeah.
You know what I
Me
mean?
too.
And thank God I'm here, and thank God you guys are here.
Yeah.
Thank God you guys were here when I came back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like these guys, and they're nice to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on now, because it makes all the difference in the world when you walk in and you're just like, oh, I'm so fucked, and everybody's happy I got loaded, and they hate my black ass. And you guys are like, nigga, sit the fuck down, get some coffee. Shut up. You need a pack of smokes? What's
Yeah.
up? You know,
Yeah.
when's your next meeting? That's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, bro. Thank God.
Yeah. Absolutely,
I mean?
man. Absolutely. Well, wait, we got a couple of
2
questions at the end. We ask everybody.
Yes.
So the first one is, and I already know the answer to this is yes. Have you ever smoked PCP?
Oh, have to. I have to smoke it. It was the worst thing ever. I remember putting my hand on the parking meter thing, right? I put my hand there and it bent all the way down. Do you see this? He's like, no, I don't see it. What do you see? Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of times. Shouldn't have though.
It takes you 3 hours to walk 1 block.
Oh,
You're just
dude,
fucking
I'm
moonwalking.
not into the PCP,
I was never a
acid,
fan. I was
shrooms.
never a fan.
All of those drugs bug me in regards to like, soon as I'm high, I'm like, good, I feel the high. Okay, guess what? I don't want to feel it. I'm good. I just felt it. I'm good, right? And it's like, nah. We're just getting started. So you got at least 4 hours of this bullshit, maybe more.
Yeah.
I'm not with that shit. You know what I mean? I always shoot as much dope as I can to shake off the fucking shrooms or
You
acid.
can never
that I took.
shake, even
tried.
weed. Even weed. Like
Bro,
if you're like
sneaky.
using hard drugs and then you accidentally smoke some weed
Bro.
and keep it up for a couple days, you then can't do enough speed or coke to like shake
I had
the
to
weed off.
tackle my girlfriend. Tackle her. Why'd you do this on a joint? You're trying to kill me. I go, dude, all we do is smoke crack and shoot speedballs. And so I smoke a joint with you and you think I'm trying to kill you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's wild. It opens up. It's like Danny Metz said when he was on the other day. He was like, I don't want the answers. He's like, weed, LSD, shrooms, kiss me that. I don't want the answers. I don't want to know.
Oh, so great.
That's perfect.
It is a perfect way to say that. You know, it's like you do all that other. He was like, I liked other. This was the Jules episode.
Yeah.
I like more mellow. He was about to say more mellow shit like heroin and crack.
Answer.
So
That's
funny.
good. I love that.
Yeah.
And then our other question, which was we kind of started this. It was funny because we had Blackie on a few years ago, one of our very first episodes, you know. And we're like, oh, we'll do a Halloween episode and we'll start telling ghost stories, you know. And me and Blackie had a very similar ghost story experience where my ghost story, and I'll tell you this more in detail because I've told it a few times on here. I met a guy, the first guy I ever smoked crack with, the first person that ever gave me a balloon of fucking heroin, the first person that it ever was like, yo, whatever, was Anton LaVey.
Wow.
Himself.
Wow.
Now.
Wait, Junior, right?
Wow.
No, this was Anton LaVey.
Yeah, wow.
But the point when that happened, Anton LaVey was already dead.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
one.
Blackie has a very
That's a
crazy,
good
very
one.
similar. And we were like, he called me the next day and he goes, Daniel, he's like, I need to sit and get a coffee with you. He's like, we got to talk more about this. He's like, I get chills thinking about it. He's like, I've never heard. So we always ask the guests,
That's a good one.
have you ever seen a ghost?
You know, I don't have that. What I do have is my ex-wife, right? And she's dead. Okay. My ex-wife started the first ecstasy chain in America with Sammy the Bull. Do you guys remember?
yeah,
Sammy
of
the
course.
Bull
Shit.
got in witness protection.
Yes.
There was some big Israeli mafia guy named Cookie back in the day.
Okay.
Big time. That guy, Sammy the Bull, and my ex-wife started dealing ecstasy, like millions of dollars of ecstasy.
Wow.
And so my ex-wife goes, I got some money. I need you to come over and count the money with me, and I'll give you 5 or 10 grand to count it with me, depending on how much it is.
Damn, it was that much money. She was going to pay you 10 grand to just count it.
Do you understand? Wow. And she goes, and check this out. Let's get high. Dude, don't get weird. Do not get weird at my house, right? Come over, start shooting balls, smoking crack. And I walk over and try to sneak real quick, a peek out the window real quick.
Oh, shit.
Just a quick peek. And when I look when I look, it goes, shh. I go, what the fuck was that? And just like the camera, some guy went psh, with the camera.
No.
And I turned, and then she caught me in the window, and then she goes, Malik. And I turn around, right? And she thinks I'm turning around because she said Malik.
Uh-huh.
And I'm turning around like that because I'm like, it's not good. Mm-hmm. She's like, what? And I go, in real life, not we're high and you don't want me in your window. A guy was taking pictures of me in the window. Yeah. She's like, that's what I told you not to do. Yeah. So you got to get the fuck out my house. And I go, I'm not going anywhere. The guy's out there taking pictures, right? The next morning, her roommate goes to walk the dog. 8 all black cars swarm while he's walking the dog. They grab him and they go, okay, check it out. We have been tapping all the phones. You guys are under surveillance. You have been the whole time. Before all of this happened, the girl that I was seeing a couple of years later, her brother, who just happened to be Woody Harrelson's attorney for that weed case he had.
Yeah.
This guy named Eric Chevin. He was married to a French lawyer. Okay. She was from France and she practiced law there. They called Melissa, my wife, and go, do not go to France. They know you're coming. Okay. And the reason they know you're coming is because Sammy the Bull's punk ass wouldn't give Gotti his fucking money for using his lanes.
Oh, wow.
So Gotti goes, listen, whether or not I'm in prison and you're out or whatever, you're using my action to make your money.
Oh, damn.
You just got to give me what the cut would be. He's like, I'm not giving you fucking shit.
Oh, wow.
Like, because Sammy the Bull was like this, I'm in with my guys. Mm-hmm. So I've got the law in on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Gotti's like, no, you don't get it. It doesn't matter that you have that.
Yeah.
I'll bring the whole thing down from here.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Shit.
So they swarm Kevin's ass. Okay? Swarm him, arrest him, and they go, so we know everything that's going on in your life. This is this person, this is that. We know everything. So we already know. Okay? We simultaneously arrested 3 of you. Okay? So we know. So you tell us what we know, and then you do 3 years, not 25, which won't even be 3. It'll be more like a year and a half. Yeah. Or you do 25. So if you're positive that everybody in your organization, no one will talk, don't tell us shit. Pick. If you know no one will say anything, if you're positive everybody will do the 25, don't talk. Right? So, Sammy, Cookie, all of those people, when they busted Melissa after they told her not to go, right? She's in France, in prison, and then she's being extradited to LA after 1 year. Okay, here's the paperwork, right? She's found in her cell hanging with her toes touching the letter that, like, time served while you were there. It's over. But they decided the person that did the talking was her. But it wasn't her.
Oh, shit.
Get it?
Man.
She didn't say anything.
Oh, wow.
But the ghost, every time I think about ghost, I think about that moment where it was like, I told her, like when you're getting high, you're like, I saw whatever. Mm-hmm. And I go, no. I did see whatever.
Yeah.
I really saw it. I'm high as fuck.
You were a seasoned enough dope fiend to know, like.
I'm like, nope, they're taking pictures of us.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow.
And then everything came down, you know, and she lost her life in that shit.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. But it was fucking weird, yo. Your story is fucking creepy. But yeah, it was fucking serious shit, yo.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, like they were on 2020 and all that shit. Remember the show 2020?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like now it still exists, but at the time that it was on, 2020 was the only show dope.
No, totally.
It's insane. You know what I mean?
With Hugh Downs.
And then out of nowhere, I'm just sitting there and it's like, oh, blah, 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 2020. And there was my ex-wife and the whole deal.
So crazy.
And she was like, do not get in my window getting weird.
Oh, wow.
And I tried to tell her, and fucking Eric called her and said, don't go. They already know.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, and Sammy was like, don't worry about that phone call. We're good because I'm in witness protection and I do all my business only with the cops.
Wow.
Damn.
Right.
That's wild.
Right?
That is wild.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. What do you know? Wow.
No, that's an incredible story. Wow.
Another version of not regular shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, not regular.
Not regular shit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody's like dealing with Sammy the Bull and 2020.
Yeah.
And people taking pictures in the window and all that shit. Not normal.
No.
You know what I mean?
Man,
anyway,
I have a little bit of a different 2020 experience. As you remember,
were you in that episode?
Yeah, I was on the episode. I was interviewed.
Oh no, what happened?
Chris Batham, Chris Batham episode.
Oh yeah.
So I went through CR. I went through community recovery. That's where Brian David's ass was working when I get into fucking rehab. I was like,
sidebar real quick, and I knew Chris Batham for a really long time, but me and Brian were getting loaded at that house on Crescent Heights, and he was living.
Yes. Oh my God, that was crazy.
The trap,
forever.
The one with the couches.
Yes.
Where there was like 19 different couches.
Yes.
So
different,
he came. Okay.
Facing different.
I'm gonna tell him. He's gonna hate me for telling this story, but I don't give a fuck. So I'm with Sasha. Sasha and I are living together. Chris Collins, rest in peace, brings Brian David and this dude Michael. And Michael was like a pretty scary, big black gay dude, but like big.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I know.
And like wants to take your ass, he'll take your ass. You know. And so he comes over and he'll be like, "Oh, what's up? Like, let's smoke a little. You know, let's smoke a little. You got a pipe?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, sure. What's cool? You know." So I'm with Michael and we go to Vaughn's to boost shit. The Vaughn's on like Virgil and Sunset. And we're walking down the aisle. Most boosty Vons. Yeah. And we run into Brian David.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh shit, what's up?" On one. So he ends up back at the house, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm never gonna be able to get rid of this motherfucker." Sasha's there. Meanwhile, my ex-fiance, who's sober now, she's doing like whatever weird fucking project, maybe making some clothes or art or doing something. You know, we would always be repainting the motherfucker, finding like furniture in the alley, bringing it in, throwing it out. This was the house behind. You maybe even were there for parties and shit. I lived behind Jeff Moore. I had the guest house right there. And he moved me in, and I ended up being the tweaker that lived in the guest house. You know, and he would tell everybody, he's like, "Dude, there's this fucking guy, and he won't stop fucking doing meth, and he's selling shit, you know?" And so we come back there, and Brian David's there, and Michael leaves. You know, he's there for a little bit. And Brian pulls me up, and he goes, "Hey," he's like, "So what's up with your girl? What's up with, you know?" And I was like, "What? You know, like, what the fuck are you talking about? What's up?" You know? He goes, "Yeah, you know, like, what's up? Is she going, you know, like, is she chilling here? What's she going to do? Is she leaving? She going to be going anywhere? What's up with, you know?" And I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" You know, I was like, "All right, like, motherfucker, like, you want to fucking get through, you want to, like, what the fuck are you trying to say?" He goes, "No, man, fuck that. I ain't trying to do that. I'm just trying to kick it with you. I'm like trying to get you to know you a little better. Forget her." And I was like, "Oh, hell to the nah, you know, get the."
He's like, fucking, Danny's like, "Hold on, I'm gonna send her to the store."
I've been trying to get her to leave for 3 years, you know. But so I get to CRLA, you know, and they did like a 2020 episode on Chris Batham. There was the whole thing where like it was a special
doing, you know, fucking fell.
And I came in there on a scholarship, whatever, and then there was like a record, whatever, you know, and so in the episode while they're interviewing him, they did this whole thing, you know, and they were like, "Oh, we want to get your backstory," you know, like my story was I had 6 months fucking sobriety. 6 months prior to that, I was literally fucking living on the streets of Hollywood, sleeping on a fucking metro bus at night because that's the only motherfucker that I could afford. That was the only room I could afford was the metro bus. Because I could get on there and say, "I'm homeless, I don't have any money." And I would ride it to Santa Monica, get off, and then fucking, they'd say, "Last stop, get on, ride it back," you know, until the sun came up and I could start boosting again.
That's right.
And this place took me in, and I was like, so all, you know, there's all these allegations coming out against him, all this stuff. We would hear about it, but it was like so hard hard to believe.
Yeah.
Because I'm in this place that's fucking saving my life.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And I was like, whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know. This place fucking saved my life.
That's right.
And they took all the other shit, all the other stuff out of context, and it like made it seem like I was like fucking cheerleading, like, you know, bragging how great fucking Chris Batham was.
Yeah.
Man, I watched that episode and I don't remember seeing that part. That's so crazy.
No.
But
I mean, I had a pink mohawk, less teeth. I was like, still all sweaty. Yeah, look up 2020 Chris Batham.
They got all the dirt on him, and he was so high that he was like, I'm going to go on 2020 and tell him I didn't do any of it.
Wow. I love it.
He sat there. I have a video from the
ridiculous.
He sat there sanding a table while they're interviewing him. He's like sanding a fucking table, you know?
I love this guy. That's crazy. I know this as far as there's some real people. I know when I originally went to Cry Help, and I know that originally Chuck Negron was one of my sponsors, and he went to the old Cry Help, where they had nothing. Like it was a house before it is what it is now, you know. And all the different places and all of the different shit. It's like you got lucky, and as fucked up as all that shit is, you probably not here if that didn't happen anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not all the sober livings and rehabs and all that shit. Like there's some twisted sisters in every one of them. Yeah. You know, and not every, you know, most of the sober livings are like, you got to just go to one meeting a week.
Yeah.
If you're you and me, we got to go 3 times a day or at least once a day. What is one meeting a week?
One meeting a week.
Like there's all kind of weird shit.
They let them smoke weed in there and shit.
All kind of weird shit.
Ketamine. You know, you're on ketamine in sober living.
When I first got here,
so crazy.
I'm 57, and when I got here, 17 and a half, like literally, I fucked half of the women that had 20 years in bathrooms at meetings. I did. Right? Like, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. It was part of the reason I was like, whether I get lit or not, I love AA. Like, the shit happens. Period. And it's a part of God's plan of like, this is why you'll stay. You know what I mean? And all of that. It's not good that there's twisted shit that happens, but it's humans. Yeah. You know what I mean? So all that like self-righteous, cliquey shit. When I got older and realized and found out, oh, Malcolm X didn't cheat on his wife, but Martin Luther King fucked everyone. So I don't really care about what you don't do and how good of a whatever you are. I don't believe in that. I'll watch and then I'll know. Yeah. Not because your name is this or your clique is, I don't give a fuck. That doesn't mean it's going to be that. You know, I grew up in the church and all that shit. You never know. You never know who the real motherfucker is and who's doing some weird shit. Yeah. And it's going to happen everywhere. You know what I mean? So I hate that happened with that guy, you know what I mean? But some people ended up, look at like Brian David. Yeah. Brian David has been out of his fucking mind since the day I met him. Okay? And now he's sober.
Yeah.
And he never would be sober if somebody didn't say to him, I'm going to give you a job.
Yeah. And you're going to stay here. And you know what? Like, we had a whole episode on CRLA that's coming out this season a little bit later on. And I'll definitely send it to you when it's time to hear it because it's people, same story. Danny, myself, 4 or 5 other dudes that I know that are fathers, husbands, you know, trusted members of the community that, you know, Dan. And like, all of us acquired that skill set by being given a safe place to become members of the community and develop our skills and heal. That doesn't excuse the shit that fucking dude did. It's foul.
It is.
It's foul.
Yes.
But there's, you know, that happened and some people got well.
See?
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I really
I'm not
know.
excusing the dude.
Bro, like, I didn't bring up the other part when I was talking about, I was fucking these people or whatever. So often, some big motherfucker in AA who has like whatever reputation.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking whoever. And he's on the phone with his wife and his rep. You know, oh, why are you with that loser Malik? Whining and shit.
Yeah.
And this is a motherfucker with double-digit, 3 decades sober, whatever the fuck, whining and cheating and doing all the other shit they're doing. That doesn't mean shit. The title and what you look like means nothing to me. I don't give a fuck who you are. If it's real, it's real. Because half the time I'd be in some argument with some guy that's got more years than God, and it's like, I'm not going to front you off in AA or to your woman.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not going to do that because I don't roll that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want anybody knowing what I'm doing.
Oh, just trying to salt you or whatever. Like,
What I'm saying is, in the program, there's people with a certain kind of title and an image that do dirt, especially when it comes to the sex game.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do a lot of dirt when it comes to, I'm gonna help you be high so that I can keep getting money from you, as far as like pills and shit, or fucking. And that shit's going on all the time with someone. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, a real motherfucker is a real motherfucker. Somebody's trying to help someone. If I see somebody like, hey, they're trying to give people hope, I'm down with that. That image shit can kiss my black ass. I don't give a fuck about an image, bro. Fuck your image. You know what I mean? I don't care, bro. This shit is for clowns, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you could tell, you could see a motherfucker. You could see what somebody's intention. You could see what they're like, what they're about. Just see see who they pull up to the meeting with.
Come on.
See who the fuck they're bringing with them. See who like who they got in their fucking passenger seat, in their back seat. See when they walk into a room who they walk up to. If they're going and fucking being cool guy and hey, what's up, or if they're going and looking for the motherfucker that's sitting there on his own and saying, hey, how are you? What's your name?
And
hey,
that's the thing with a motherfucker when you had the Mohawk and Brian David in your case in the beginning. Yeah. When people go help a hopeless motherfucker, I go, I'm down with that shit. Because everybody wants to fucking help the famous person, the fucking model, the trust fund kid. Who gives a fuck about that shit? What about the person that no one wants in their fucking car? Or on their couch? Right?
Like
because
Big John used to always say, like, I know I should be taking these new guys to meetings and stuff, but look, I just got this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I'm not trying to get newcomer all in the back seat of my car.
Dude, old school. That shit was created for the piss the pants. Puke on himself, motherfucker.
Exactly.
It wasn't created for this LA bullshit.
Yeah.
It was created for, you will never have a shot in life. So we have to create this thing called Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yes.
It's not for this fucking
people are dying in the streets.
Show.
I mean, they were doing 12-step calls in the hospital. He was going around, hey doctor, I got this thing that my life depends on, but I need you to go let me practice this on other people in the hospital. And they're like, can you believe it? You were like, what kind of fucking J-cat are you? Let me. So you want me to go? And they were like, "Oh fuck it, we'll give them it'll shut them the fuck up."
Right.
And then it fucking worked.
With the letter from Dr. Silkworth saying you can absolutely rely on anything these people say about themselves.
Handing
so
people,
crazy.
hey, I got a pint. Come with me.
Yeah.
Come and sit in the meeting. Hear it. Get the flow going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come to the meeting. Fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't get sober and come. You might die.
Yeah. There was somebody,
I
forget who, somebody was telling me there was a dude that I think he would come to like the Brentwood speakers meeting for years, and he would always have a bottle in his fucking jacket. He would always have it, and they would be like, for years, and this dude had like 20 years sober, and they were like, what if fucking, they were like, why you still carry that bottle? He goes, because you never know when a motherfucker's going to come in that has the DT so bad that fucking this might save his life.
Oh, wow. Because in the book, they talk about just feeding a little bit of booze to someone to stave off.
Yeah. There you go.
That's hardcore, man. That's hardcore.
We could talk until next year.
Right? I love it, man. I'm having such a good time.
Me too, brother. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you, brother. You got any stuff you want to plug the world about?
I'm gonna miss life without Kerry White. I'm gonna miss life without Chuck LaValle. DH. It's weird, man. It's some weird shit. My aunt Anita Pointer just died. Shit is weird. You know what I mean? And so it's like I just want to carry on the tradition of like people helped me, and it's like I would keep fucking up, and they'd be like, I wish you'd stop, but I got to help you.
Yeah.
I just do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason I'm here, because they were like, so what? Still got to help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to remember what it used to be like when people used to bounce me around. Like, I got them for this many hours. I know you got to go to work. Come and get them on my lunch break. Da-da-da-da, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
And you don't see a lot of that shit no more because everybody's too self-absorbed. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know what I mean? And everybody wants to do the shit sober companion style. Yeah. It's like, I'm not knocking that, but
you're supposed to do
you
that.
Still,
and
hey, listen, I grew up in the church. If it's not fucked up and inconvenient, you ain't really doing shit.
Yeah.
You're not, man. You're not.
Straight
It's got to make no sense and be completely just annoying. Like,
inconvenient
fuck!
as fuck.
I can't believe I agreed to get your punk ass. That's what it's got to be in order for the God that I come from to give a fuck. Yeah. All that fancy pants look a certain way. My God is like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that shit because you're doing it because of how it looks, bro. I'm not fooling my God. My God is like, the shit looks like nothing at all, and it's annoying and inconvenient. I'm impressed, Malik. only, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, truth.
You know?
Spitting big facts
Dude,
right there.
That's what's up.
Right
that's
on.
What's up. But anyways, I love you.
Yeah,
guys.
man. Love you. Thank you so much, Malik.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you guys for listening. You can find us on Instagram at It Is All Bad. Check out the Patreon. We got a special surprise to our Patreon subscribers coming at you direct soon. Reno, what you got for us?
I mean, you can check us out on YouTube, especially with this episode. You can see our smiling faces, Malik here in person. Great video done by the one and only.
You can see just how fresh Malik is. Wow. Hey, Malik is the best dressed guest we've had on this podcast. 100 and what? This is episode 106, 7, something like that. Best
hands
dressed.
Down, best
fucking
dressed, most handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So see us there. And we should have another live thing coming up soon. We got some more fun stuff coming up. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. You can email us.
We like to party.
Yeah.
Send us stuff. Dude,
I love to party.
And thank you guys so much.
Yeah, yep. One of my favorite things.
Be with us.
Yeah. All right. Peace out.
Peace.